Yeah, boy. Hollywood Knuckleheadz, episode 27 up in this John.
He almost said something else. He almost said something else. I saw that. Hey, we gotta one time. You just gotta hit record like when you first start, because I need the people to see the energy that you have prior to when this thing going. That music hit, bro, and you just be like. You just be out there. you be out there. I'm like, no, we just got to just hit record and just go one time. Like, listen.
Hey, that's the thing. Hey, that's the thing.
We're not gonna do nothing like that.
We gotta one of these days, and soon.
We're going live. We're just gonna live it and just
gonna go live. We're gonna go live, straight live. And we gotta do it. So we're gonna let all y'all people know out there when we going live, so y'all can be in the chat and y'all can post and stuff.
Just be saying shit like,
like, hey, yo, King, you need to chill on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's cool. We good. Right. You know. What up, my guy?
What's up with you, man? How you been?
Man, it's
well, man, you had all this going before, and then I'd be like, how you been? Like,
man, hey, look, episode 27. Y'all see the topic. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but yeah, dog, your boy been heated for the last few days, man. Like, so
do tell.
Let me just get into this, all right? And let me switch up. I
love it when I never have any idea on what the reason is. I'm just like, listen, let's just go get into it, because I'm gonna be just as surprised as you are when we do this.
So I'm gonna put this up here, right? So this is what got me heated, okay? So last time we talked, we had
there's gonna be the selection show. Up there, right? You guys were going to go to Tucson to go play.
Yeah, we had a playoff game, and so man, we went down to Tucson, and we took an L, bro. We took an L. First round of the Open tournament, and we played Tucson High, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well. You know what? It went well until it didn't go well. So
one of those ones.
We led for let's say 29 and 45 seconds of the whole game.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then it just it went bad, and it got me heated. I was pissed off for the whole week, man. We lost, we ended up losing 57-51 to Tucson High, and I got a lot to say about it, and I'm just gonna say it because I keep it real, bro. So I'm just gonna say it. So first off, I want to say this: Tucson High, they play hard as shit. Like, them dudes, they get after it. They got a really good coach. His name is Eric Langford. I give him his props. He was a Tucson High graduate.
Okay. Came back home and stuff or whatever.
Came back home. Yeah, he's built a program up.
Right way, right.
Yeah, he's done it the right way. He's got neighborhood kids, and they play hard, man. They play together. They buy in. I don't think they don't even have a kid that averages double figures. So like, they've got a bunch of kids that average from like 6 to 9 points.
That can be scary too when you get them all kind of clicking. Like, well, anyways, whatever.
Yeah. And so, like, I want to give him his props. Like, I don't want to take anything away from what they did to us in our first round game. And there's been a lot that's gone on since then. So, like, they beat us, and then they ended up losing to Sunny Slope. So they're going back to the 6A tournament, where they're going to be a hard out. Like, I'm just going to say, like, that's going to be a team that's going to be a hard team to beat. So with all that said, like, I hate going to Tucson, and this is not me. I'll never like to hate on officials, because they're all paying their dues. They're all volunteering their time.
Right.
It's a thing, though. Here's the thing, and this has been the thing since I started coaching back in 2001. up until now. I've been a head coach. I've been now an assistant, and it's a thing. It's a weird thing about Arizona is that it's got its sections, right? You know this. Like you have the North, you got the South, you got Phoenix, you even got those 3A sections that are in the East and 3A.
And you got down there where you got like Tucson and like Marana and all them ones or two where they got
and it doesn't matter. I mean, you could be in Sholo, you could be in Payson, you could be up at the reservation. And the problem, and this is my statement, and I'm gonna own it. We have a lot of good officials in Arizona. The problem with Arizona is that there is a regionalization thing going on, and so you go to these different regions, and they protect their own. And and there's no other way to say it. You know what I mean? And so I'm not sitting here saying that that Tucson wasn't a good team. I'm not saying that. Believe me, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that because they made some key plays late in the game that beat us. Like literally just made plays to beat us.
That's right.
But like the officiating is so
one-sided.
It's maddening. It's not. I don't even want to say it's one-sided. I don't want to go there. I don't want to say it's. But there's so many calls that are made in the game that affect the entirety of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we got a couple kids. We have a big team, right? Like Tucson High does not have a big team. They got kids that are. I mean, I think their biggest kid was like 6'4", right? And we got kids that are 6'7", 6'6", 6'6", 6'5". You know,
right.
And to their credit, again, I know they watch film because I'm gonna give credit to Coach Langford. I know he watched film.
They played you guys. You know that they're
prepared
with you guys as they could have been prior to the game starting.
Yes.
Right.
But there's a lot of calls, like offensive fouls calls, where guys are just flopping. Like if you saw that in the NBA, they have a rule now for the NBA.
Exactly right. That you can't flop. Right.
And we got I think we had 7 offensive fouls called on against us.
Oh, that's a lot.
And I would think maybe 1, maybe 2 of them were legit. And that's
right.
2
is, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, right.
And so it's Arizona's a state where like basketball has never really gotten that much respect. Like basketball is that sport that fits in between football and baseball.
That's true.
And to me, it's like if we want to promote all the talent that we got, because we have good talent in Arizona, like there's good basketball, but it gets diminished when you have officials who are regionalized and protect their own, whether it be Phoenix or I don't appreciate it. I don't even care if it was a home game at our place and some of the calls that were made, it ain't right. It ain't right because you're taking it away from the kids.
So it's like you're penalizing one team for just being bigger than the other for no other reason than just right. It's just like you can't And
again, it goes back to like kids were coached up, and so
they knew what they were going to be able to get away with, or they knew
because they knew the officials were going to call it. You know what I mean? Some of these calls, like kids were getting bumped and flopping like they got shot with a shotgun. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man. And hand checking and all that stuff. It's just it bothers me. Bothers me. Now, I'm gonna go back to, because again, I want to make this is not. I am sitting here saying, if anybody watches this in Tucson, y'all, Tucson Badgers, y'all are a good team. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not taking nothing away from you. And again, y'all made key plays to win the game. Like, it is what it is. But like, it was just stuff leading up to that, man. And I just it pissed me off. I was pissed off. We lost the game. I was mad. But again, I go back to what I was talking about in the previous couple episodes. Like, we are in a position where, okay, we lost, but now we're going back to 5A, right? And so we have another chance, right? But I'm a competitor, and I don't
Right.
like losing. I don't like losing.
You wanted the one that you had right there, right?
Yeah, I don't like losing. So like, yeah, it was a tough night, man. We went down there. We had a good time. We did a shoot around at Pima College and got to catch up with Coach Peabody. Shout out to Coach Peabody. Does a great job at Pima Community College. One of the best teams in Arizona.
Now wait, now Pima, real quick, not to interrupt too bad,
yeah,
but you got 2 kids that are going there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I was making that connection from the other ones. I think it was you had the Schmidt kid going, and then what's the other one?
And then Caleb. Caleb's going.
Right. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Just want to make sure we had that. Aiden, right? Aiden Schmidt, and then Caleb, right? Okay. Just want to make sure we had that. Okay. Good. Okay. So that's kind of cool. They were able to kind of go there and then just
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. We got a good hour over there. We got to shoot around and just get our legs right. And guys were locked in, and then we went to Tucson. It was a great atmosphere. Tucson fans were great. Like, they were rowdy. They were supportive of their home team. But
as it's supposed to be.
It was a great atmosphere. We ended up losing. And so yeah, man. So we're sitting here. We play Friday. We ended up as the 2 seed coming back to the 5A tournament. We play Friday. We got a bye. So I don't know how I feel about that. Everybody else is playing Wednesday. We'll see who we play. We get the winner of Apollo and McClintock.
You guys are familiar with one of them because you guys played McClintock at the in their tournament, right.
And we saw Apollo. They were at the same tournament, so we got to see them.
Okay.
So we'll get one of them on Friday. But yeah, dude, I've been heated for the last 4 or 5 days. I just pissed off, bro. Just pissed off that we lost, Right. But I moved on. I moved on. Like, it is what it is, And we trying to win a 5A tournament now, So
I like that.
Yeah. So the kids are in a good space. I think they were obviously upset after the game too.
Absolutely.
But we moved on, and we had a good practice today, and we're gonna practice on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be ready for Friday. So
right.
It is what it is, though. But yeah, dude, like, it's just crazy. I just my thing for Arizona is that, like, there's just too much talent here for officials to be making themselves a part of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All you guys got to do is just make the calls, let the kids play the game, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Those ones are always so tough right there, especially like when you talk about, like, when you say it like regionally and things like that. Like just things that pop up to mind are anytime that we went to Eastern Washington to go play, or anytime that we played against Idaho State and Weber. It was always just like things just felt a little different. You know what I mean? Like, remember Feuerbach, like, shout out to Kyle Feuerbach. I know he listens to us. He's the, NAU alum, just like I was. Just like you were point guard when I was playing. He used to always tell us, like, because me and him were roommates for 4 years. And so, like, he'd always say, on the road, like, we got to be 20 points better than the team to win 5 or 6 because – of those outside elements and things or whatever. And so it's just like when I'm like hearing you say that, like I'm hearing the pain and hearing the frustration, because we've all been there, what I mean? Whether or not that we were playing or as a coach. And it's just kind of like one of those ones where it's like, damn, man, like, it just doesn't get, it's like when they start calling it a certain way, and then, like, you feel like that you can't say nothing because you're like, well, it's obvious that they're leaning one way. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it about them, though. Like, that's not like that's the part we start, because you're making it about them. But it's at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you guys do have, you guys have some influence on kind of like the stuff that's going on there too. Right. It's kind of, so it was like when we were at the Made Hoops tournament, like last weekend when Alan was up there, we were in Seattle. I mean, again, this is just a whole different perspective, but, like, we're talking younger basketball, right? Like, we're talking. It's 6th grade, 7th grade, or whatever. So it's not on the higher level there too, but there's still some good talent and there's still some things. But I will say this: we're paying an admission fee, and again, it's $50 to get into the game, not 5 or 10 like in most tournaments. We're paying $50. If I'm paying $50 to go into a game, I better at least
call it right.
Two, like, but at least give me 2 officials in half the game, CK. Like, we got 1 official, and he doesn't even get up and down the floor. He making calls on the sideline. I mean, on the baseline.
Oh my God.
And it's like, at least put yourself in a position to where you take away the crowd's perspective from it, and now they can't ride your ass because that's what happened. Then you start getting the crowd involved in it. They start, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and then it just gets nasty. Like, you know, it's nasty. But like on both sides, it's like, so then like the fans get nasty, the players get nasty because the refs aren't doing their job. The refs start to feel that, so then they don't care. They start reffing against you, so you don't like, you know. It's just like, man, it's just the pendulum swings so quick, so fast on like both sides. And then I don't know what it's like in Arizona, but like in Spokane and like other places, they're canceling tournaments that they have on some weekends because of the referee shortage. We're not enough that are doing it there, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, I don't know what the answer is, but it's just like, we got to like and I think this is one of those ones where now, not necessarily in your case, in like when it comes to the youth, we all got to do better. The players got to do better, the coach got to do better, the fans got to do better. Or else like we're not going to have no refs. You know what I'm saying? At least in the high school side, I think that they're getting paid a pretty good wage enough to where it's like, no, I'm going to do this. This can be my side hustle, or this can be something that I'm going to do. And like, I can get so many games over the weeks and kind of do that or whatever. But still there too, like the regional part is so tough there too. Like it just, when you go someplace else and you know that those officials are used to seeing those guys and they're not used to yours, you're like, man, come on. Like, you know what I mean? At least if it's like bringing some officials from that aren't in our region or your region. That way that game almost feels like that is being, you know, unbiased as far as kind of like them, you know, like calling like the game stuff or whatever. But
it's a thankless job. Right.
It is.
And so like my heart goes out to these people who are volunteering their time. Yes, they're getting paid, like, but like to deal with all the nonsense, like it's a lot. And I remember like I've officiated games, right? And I'm not saying that I'm a great official, but like as being a player, you know the game, right? So we call it like we see it, right? And so I wish more officials would be okay with just being like, yo, that's a foul. And then like, honestly, like, yo, coach wants to talk smack or player wants to talk smack, like just be okay owning it and be like, yo, shut the hell up, man. Like, I'm gonna call this straight up.
Let it,
and that's it. Like, but I think if you give that communication, and then more people will be like, yo, that's a straight up dude. Like, he's just gonna call it like he sees it. He ain't dealing with fans, or he ain't dealing with 2 coaches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just wish that was more of the norm. You know what I mean? And so, but it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard job, man. So I I'm not speaking like I'm trying not to. I'm not, like, I know I'm sounding like I got some ill will toward this.
But no, but you don't. But it's just more on kind of just like the come on, man. Like
it's the whole makeup, And I don't know if I don't know what the oversight is. You know what I mean? Because I've watched games in Washington, like on NFHS Network, and I've seen some things where I'm like, yo, these fools doing the same crap that we see in Arizona.
It doesn't.
I mean? It don't matter where it is.
It'd be funny there because sometimes it even be like your hometown refs. Again, not all of them, but sometimes, like, again, not that you're looking for a hometown call. I'm not saying
no.
But you're kind of like, was that really like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes But again, just like you said, it's a thankless job. Like nobody tells the refs thank you enough. I always make sure I tell my players, go tell them thank you afterwards. Like I don't care win or loss, because again, if they're not officiating the game, there ain't no game.
No.
There's no game. You don't get a parent that's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get a whistle. Then you'll get another one, and then they're only gonna call for their team, and they're not gonna call the game. And then there's other fights. So it's like we got to be thankful for the people that are out there that are sacrificing their time. And so I'm always like,
absolutely.
So I've gotten to the point where I try not to talk to them. Like I talk a lot in the game when I coach. I'm talking to the ref. Like I don't like every now and then I'll be like, hey, like, you know, like if he calls a travel on a certain thing, I'm just like, hey, like, can I get clarification on like why that wasn't
what you saw. Yeah.
That way I can let my guy know, like, hey, look, he's saying that you're doing this. That way that I can correct him or pull him off to the side and like talk to him. But like if I talk to you and I say, hey, Hawaii's out of travel. And you say, because he traveled. I'm like, okay, so now, like me and you, now I feel like I'm going to say some more stuff to you because you can't do that because I'm actually asking you, not trying to talk shit. I'm just like, hey, like, why was it this? Like, it's fine if you called it. I'm fine. I just need to understand this. That way I can let them know.
Yes.
But if like you say it was a travel, I'm like,
you ain't. All
right. Well, then I'm gonna be riding your ass the whole the rest of the
Yep.
Like, okay, if that's how we go do it, then I'm gonna have to fight for every call. I'm gonna be as loud as I can. Like, and again, like, I mean, people have seen me on that side there too. It's just, and again, I don't mean to be like that, but it's like, come on, man, just work with me. Like, I'm really trying to work with you. I know that you got a job, and then plus a lot of them, again, like with the high school ones, they're not there all day long. So it's really kind of like again, I feel for the guys because you guys need to show up and then call a 1.5 hour game, and then like that's it. Some of these other dudes
and catch hell while you doing it.
Right. But for like 90 minutes now, for some of the other ones, they're on one court at 10 a.m. and they're there all the way into 8. So they're reffing 7, 8, 9 games, no breaks in between. Maybe they get a chance to get a water and maybe a little bite of a sandwich or something like that they got 2 hours before that they forgot that they had. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to give them. I give them a lot of the benefit, but at the same time, too, it's like, listen, like,
let's have some dialogue here.
You're gonna call the game. Just talk to me. That's what I'm saying. Just talk to me. Like, that's it. Like, even if you're talking to me, it's gonna be like, hey, coach, like, I'm not gonna talk to you as much as I'll talk to the players. That's fine. Then just tell me that way that I can understand kind of just like what's going on. I think you froze. Uh-oh. Did you freeze? Oh, that was good. Did you freeze? You good? Well, that was interesting. So I think Commander's his computer done froze. Funny story is that he told me that he updated everything that was on his hey,
I got you back, dog.
I started talking. I was about to just go on. I was like, hey, I was about to tell him how you told me how you just updated your system and how everything was all good.
Dude, the system is just crazy. I don't know what's going on in Arizona, man.
Maybe you didn't get it. Maybe you didn't get it all right there, too.
I don't know. But we back. You got video and everything. We update. All right. Nah.
I did, though, when you were froze right there for a second, I said the let's
I was talking the whole time.
Okay, good. Okay, well, at least somebody heard it. I just couldn't see you responding to it, so I didn't know if you heard it. So I had to do
Who knows what the audio is gonna sound like? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it's funny though because Amari started refereeing. He's doing youth games.
So he's getting his first. Okay.
Yeah. So I picked him up from refereeing on Saturday after he said he did 9 games, and he was like, man, parents is getting crazy. And I was like, well, now you understand, like, so again, like we said, like it's just a thankless job, and like I appreciate all the officials who take their time out to do it.
Absolutely.
I just wish like there would be some sort of like, let's all make sure we get it right. Like no matter where we are, like just get it right. You know what I mean? Let's not be a part of the game. Let's officiate the game, but let's not dictate the game. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. So moving forward, like, hey, we like I said, we getting ready for next Friday. And we got a bye, so we got 3 games and we can win this whole thing. So
wait, not next Friday. You talking about this Friday?
This coming Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So first round is Wednesday. We'll find out who we play after that, and then we'll get into it on Friday.
Do you have any preference on who you want to play first, Apollo or McClintock?
Yeah, at this point, man, I'm just like, let's just
want to get back to playing some hoop.
Let's go, man. Let's you got 3 games to win a 5A title. You know what I mean? Right. So that's all I'm worried about.
What was the feel? What was the atmosphere like in the locker room after the game? I mean,
it was mad heated. It was mad heated.
Okay.
Like, I was pissed. Coach was pissed. The kids were pissed. Like we was all mad, dog. You know what I mean? It's just like, but in that, let me go again back and say, like, the kids recognize that they, as always, and I don't give a crap what level you on. and I don't give a crap what the officials are doing. If you don't adjust, then you get taken advantage of. Right.
Absolutely.
And so we weren't very good at setting screens, and they mixed up their defenses, and they got us out of our rhythm. They got us out of what we wanted to do. And again, shout out to Coach Langford, man. He's solid. Like the dude down in Tucson, he's doing a really good job. So I am not hating at all. He did what he did to make us uncomfortable, and it worked. You know what I mean? So and our guys recognized, like, we had opportunities. Regardless of the outcome. Like, when you lead for 29 and a half minutes, like, what can you do?
Yeah, what else can you do? Yeah, right, exactly right.
You did something wrong. So we realized the guys were pissed, like they messed up, and we just gotta learn from it and grow from it. So but we're in a position where we got home games. We should have home games all the way up until the final. So playing our own place.
Where would the final be at if not trying to look too far ahead without skipping the first game? Where would the
all the finals are at Veterans Memorial.
Now, which one's that one?
That's off of
is that the one that's out there in Glendale?
No, it's off of, I want to say it's off of McDowell. So
it's closer. Okay.
Yeah.
So Scottsdale, Phoenix area? What is that?
Yeah, Phoenix area.
Okay.
Okay. So it's at like the old fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, we'll see. But man. We would have spent 26 minutes dealing with that B shit, that bullshit. Like, hey, So let's get back to this, because this right here,
man.
The All-Star game is bullshit, bro. I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you on the spot.
You about to school? Oh, come on, man.
I'm gonna ask you on the spot. I know I'm just asking you, okay? So there was 397 points scored in the All-Star game. How many fouls do you think were called in that game?
Oh, wow. I was hoping you were going to ask me something like, when was the last time that they scored almost that much? I was going to be like, 2017, because I was reading articles earlier, so I was going to have to. Now you done came with the curveball. I'm going to say less than 10.
How about 2?
In the whole game.
2 fouls called in the whole All-Star game, bro.
In the whole game.
That's that bullshit.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing, man? Like,
okay.
What are we doing, man? So you have this big lead up. You got the skills challenge, which was cool. You have the 3-point contest, which was cool.
I like the one against Steph and Sabrina. That was better than the 3-point contest, I thought.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Sabrina scored 26, and that was the winning score.
Right. Dame got that one. I said, you need to let her go shoot next year.
I'm saying.
Okay. That needs to be. Hey, because she got stroked though. That stroke though, that thing come off that hand. That thing is wet every time. Like, damn. Yeah. She shoot it. She shoot that thing.
Hey, as the kids say, she be stroking that thing. Pause.
Don't say pause. Don't pause. Don't.
I'm just saying, bro. Hey, like you say though, she wet. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then you have the dunk contest, which was, it was okay this year. Like,
I didn't even see it because it's like anyway. So go ahead and talk about there too, because it was
all right. Like,
I'm hearing that Jaylen Brown didn't do nothing in the dunk.
Jaylen Brown did shit that was like real. Like, I'm sorry, he's not
yeah.
And Obi, not Obi Toppin, his brother.
Okay, I did see Obi's though. Obi did a 360, and
it wasn't Obi. It was his brother.
Wait, that wasn't Obi that did it?
No, that was his brother. Yes, it was his brother.
What's his brother's name? Toby?
No.
Obi?
Oh my God, Obi? Bro! What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out what
I think it's Jonathan Toppin.
Oh, stop! You can't name one kid Obi and then the other is Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Hey,
come on.
We about to do a whole pause here because I'm gonna look it up.
Obi. Come on, because all my ones
this is real talk. I'm looking it up because I want to get his name right.
His name better not be Craig. I'm about to be mad. Or just better not be.
You say Craig?
It better not be no bullshit like that. Like
Jacob Toppin. Jacob Toppin.
Where did they get Obi from? They was watching Star Wars like a mug at that time.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, baby.
They was all in them like middle three.
Yeah.
There was so much Return of the Jedi and the Empire Strikes Back like that. Yeah.
Dude. So Jacob Toppin gets penalized because I think he missed one dunk and then he made the same dunk, but they penalized him for missing the first attempt. And
I never understood that rule though. It's like, listen, like you can't whatever.
And I agree. The judges were even saying, or the commentators, I think it was Kenny, it was Reggie, it was Shaq. Shaq was in there, and then I can't remember who the other. But they were like, if you go penalize him, then why the hell you give him a minute and a half to make a dunk? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no point in that.
Do one dunk, and if you don't get it, like you
So that was whack.
Yeah.
And so I thought it should have been Jacob Toppin against McClung for the finals. Whatever. Jaylen Brown, I'm sorry, like his dunks were like whatever, like anybody could do.
Brown is not like a high now, like he catches bodies in the game.
In the game.
It's like in the game stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you don't ever see him. At least to me, he's not one of those guys where you're just like, hey, dog, you see that junk that he had? Like when we were growing up, you'd be like, dog, you see what Vince did last night? We were convinced because he was that dude.
Right.
You'll never hear that. Now, I know Jalen Nice, he's a scorer. The boy, like, the boy can light it up. I'm not saying nothing about that, but but you'll never be like, hey, you see the, like.
I don't think I've ever in my life said, ooh, Jaylen Brown put a, get out of here with that, man. Like, I was pissed off, bro.
Right.
So, like, whatever. McClung wins. He should have won because he did, like, McClung got bounced. He got crazy bounce.
Good bounce.
And he'd be making stuff. So, like, he should have won. I wish I would have seen the Toppin, him in the finals. Cool, whatever. Didn't get to see it. McClung should have won. He won. Cool. But then we get to this damn bullshit ass All-Star game.
These niggas so mad about that.
I'm so mad, bro. It was so bad. Like the halftime score, I think one team already had 100.
I know, that's what was crazy. Like I was looking at that, and it's like if we're not even gonna guard, if we're not even gonna guard, we may as well we may as well highlight that one because I like when you do the rookies versus like those second year dudes. That game's way more competitive.
Yes, the Rising game is
the Rising All-Stars. Yeah, that one is way more competitive. Or like they got to put some different stakes on the All-Star game. Like I'll tell you what, the only real All-Star game that mean anything is baseball. Like and no, but it's crazy because I'm not even a big baseball fan. But I don't know if they still do this, but I remember.
They used to give home field advantage.
Yes, that you get the advantage if you win the game. Yeah. I'm just like,
I think they stopped doing that, but it's still competitive.
Now you got dudes that are trying to play, especially if your team is like, hey, we got a chance to get into the playoffs, and then you know what I mean. So even if let's say that like you're a 6th seed on the West, and like you playing the 1 seed on the East in the finals, but West won the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Now you get the. No, I'm just saying, like you got.
Yeah, they gotta do. They gotta do something.
There's absolutely no defenses being played, like none. Guys just like, and then it's like this whole shit where like dudes that go to the basket to go dunk, and other dudes just jump up with them, like, hey, and then bullshit. Like I don't understand that. Like, what is
bad? Hey, and the funny thing was, it was like Andy Silver, like. When he went to give like the MVP, like even the commissioner of the NBA, you could tell he was like, "This is some bullshit." Like,
right? Yeah, just like
he was like, "Here, you guys scored enough. You scored more points than the other team." He was just like, "Whatever, man." Right. Like, they gotta figure it out, man. Because like it's just not.
Did you see Luka's shot?
Which one?
One where he shot it from like 3/4 court from the free throw on the other side, and then he started tweeting about it at halftime.
Right,
getting into an argument with him. I'm like, man, just like I mean, like LeBron played like what 5 minutes. Steph played like 15.
Yeah, and let's all just jack threes and dunk. That's it.
Towns had 50, and he didn't even get MVP.
Yeah,
Dame, what does he get it because he made 2 half-court threes when nobody was guarding him?
Stupid.
It's like when I looked at the score, I said, wait, did that say 211?
Yeah.
211 points.
Yeah.
I told Alan the score, and he was just like, well, Dad, like, that they're not too far off from those being scores in actual games. And I was just like, I hate that it's that close.
It's just not good basketball.
I read somewhere, though, I did read somewhere where they said, what they should do is that they need to bring the top 12 defensive players and then put them on a team against the top 12 offensive players in the league. And that's how we can do it. Because I just feel like that's the only way that you're going to make it competitive.
Right.
You get some dudes like Patrick Beverly and some things on like a national stage like that with some other dogs that want to guard. Like, nah, whatever. Forget you guys.
I was hoping, because they had Draymond. He was doing some announcing. I was like, man, get that nasty bastard on the court. Like, he ain't dealing with this.
Right.
He gonna go out there and hit somebody.
Oh man, for sure.
Like,
it's not even like, again, it's not even fun to watch anymore. It's like I remember growing up, we used to be like, okay, wait, it's like All-Star weekend. You were at home that Saturday night to watch a 3-point and the dunk contest.
Yep.
Then you were at home Sunday to go up because it was like, okay, like what's gonna happen? Like, I think one time where it was really competitive, I think it was what MJ's last year. I think that the East ended up winning it, right? Him and Iverson and all those guys were on the team. I think Jordan hit that fadeaway at the end of that game. It had to be in like 2000 and might have been just 2001 or so. I don't know, but it was like early in like that new decade and stuff. And all the other ones have just been, I mean, they're okay. Like, I just don't.
It's trash, bro.
It ain't the same. No, it ain't the same at all. Like, it's,
I
don't know where it is. Like, you got other guys talking about, I'm not even going nowhere near the All-Star break. I'm not going there like a lot of guys just like, to me, it feels like that the ones that didn't get selected are actually happy that they didn't because they don't have to deal with the festivities and the longevity of that whole week that is All-Star week. Right? They're like they're at home, they're with their families, they're hanging out, they're catching up, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then they get to get back into like the second half where these guys are, if it's the All-Star, that means what? The game's on Saturday, so you're probably there for media days on Wednesday. You probably got a light run of practice on Thursday. You got something on Friday. You're talking and doing this Saturday. You got the game. So, like, I mean, that's just
nonstop. It's just nonstop.
Yeah, they got.
And it's funny because there always seems to be like an injury post All-Star that affects like a main team. You know what I mean?
Now you got guys that are just like getting selected. Like, I ain't playing.
Yeah, they good with the rest. They good with the rest.
I'm not doing that at all.
I don't know, NBA. Y'all got to figure it out, man.
Maybe what they should do is that like they need to have like, I don't know, like what else would be good? Like maybe get like the G League All-Stars and then they could play on that national stage, and then be like, I mean, there's got to be something that
they'll care.
It's got to be something where guys like these guys don't care. Like for them, this is just another like, oh well, I did this. I was a 12-time All-Star. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it seems like that it is now. Like it doesn't have. For whatever reason, it's just there's like the level of importance or the significance of the acknowledgement or the award is just not there like it used to.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just so if it's not gonna be like that, then you may as well just go because it's like the 3-point contest is fun. I watched that. The dunk contest, I'm kind of like whatever. It's like, but the home run derby, shit, I'm trying to watch.
I'm all in on that.
That's fun to watch. You be like,
this dude is out there swinging.
And they out there trying to smash that ball like it's like it's doing something to him. So They got to put something on it because there ain't nothing on it. So that's why that they getting what they're getting.
And it goes back to this is why I don't watch the NBA until freaking June. I don't watch until June or May.
Absolutely.
I don't even care. Like don't bother me with that.
27 episodes, and I don't think that we've talked about an NBA game at all.
No.
27 because it's like, no, for what?
For what?
For what? They're not even playing right now. Like they're not. Yeah, like it just. Even in like the first round, you're still like, man, it's first round. Like, when you start getting the quarters and semis, all of a sudden, like, okay, now they're gonna retch it up a little bit there too. But right now,
well, and then on top of that, you think about like who are the top players in the NBA right now? Like, if you were like, hey, who are the top players if you just ask some random person who's the top NBA players, some might say LeBron, right? Some might say KD, but most I think would say Luka, Giannis, and the Joker,
and Shea,
right? And what's the common theme? They're all international guys.
That's where the game is going. Like if we want to have a real talk, like that's Why do you think that these guys that don't look as athletic as some of these other guys and all that they're being, because they're so much more skilled.
Yes.
Shit
and they play and they're fluid and they compete.
Exactly right. Yeah. They don't have to be high flyers, because why I got to be a high flyer when all I got to do is get you to jump on the shot fake. Now you're done.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to outthink you here. And we're just going to be smarter with the game that way.
Yep. And it goes to why us, the USA is starting to have all these issues in like Olympic and World Cup competitions and stuff like that. All these other countries are catching up because they're like, these USA dudes, they just up there lollygagging, bro.
They're gonna dribble around and then they're just gonna do that, right? Where it's just like, I mean, the FIBA games are so fun to watch. You can watch international and just the motion and like the sets that they're running and all.
The sets that they run in Europe, dog, are legit.
Though, man, you just like I'm like, wait, run that back. I gotta watch that 10 times and be like, okay, they're so fun because it just like whatever that their offense is. If it's a spread offense, if it's a 4-out 1-in, if it's a 5-out, if it's like a hard like on ball, like whatever that the offense is, whatever set that they have, it flows right into it. So it's almost like if the set wasn't there, you didn't even really know that they were trying to run a set, as there was just motion that was going on with it. And it's just like, man, they're just that ball just moves, and they're just so much. They're getting them to think the game at a higher level at a younger age.
Yeah, I agree.
We gotta get better at trying to do with our youth there too.
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They gonna figure it out. We just here for the commentary.
Yeah, hopefully, we'll see about it next year. I don't know. Just it is what it is.
Well, we didn't have a Friday episode, y'all, and we apologize again. I was having some issues, and Garnett was doing this thing with his family, so we just scratched Friday, but we did have a text exchange and we picked some games from Friday.
Oh, we did.
We did pick some games. Yes, we did.
Okay, I forgot about
it. And so,
right, that first part, right. All of a sudden, like, so we're guarding now.
All of a sudden,
like it means
Kentucky
something.
decided to play some damn defense.
And then now I'm like, wait a minute. So now you guys are beating top-ranked teams by 15, 20 like it's nothing. At their place.
Yeah. I don't know how to put it, man. But
that thing where it's like it's starting to get closer to March. This is when people like teams either like they figure some shit out.
Yep.
They start to get on this run, or they don't, and then they hope that they can be a bubble team or they get in, based off of whatever strength of schedule that they had prior to.
Bro, in Kentucky, they got a lot of talent, man. Like, golly, the talent is crazy. And if they could play half of the defense that they played in the last 2 games, that's a scary out. And then on the flip side, like, UConn is stupid right now.
We'll go back to back. I don't know if there's a team that's going to be able to go against. Like, I'm sorry, they're so damn long. Yep. They rebound. They got post presence on the inside. Their wings are long as shit.
And they move. They play like going back to what we're talking about with like the European team. Like Kentucky,
they move though. They move.
They have all of their sets are moving. Like you don't know where it's coming from. Right. You have no idea, bro. And what they did to Marquette, like, oh my God, like,
which is crazy because Marquette to me, like, even though that they got where you're still like, that's a Sweet 16 team. That could be an 8 team. At least. That's what I'm saying. At least, and then
they murder them. They murder them.
Like, we just like whatever. Like whatever.
Bro, UConn was basically was like, I'm tired of hearing all y'all bullshit. And we just gonna show y'all that
we're just gonna put everybody on notice that we know you've been talking,
and we'll smack y'all.
And we're just gonna smack everybody. So let this be a lesson to you. Like all of us, like, listen,
bro. I was not expecting that. I was like
that.
I was like, Marquette is going to UConn. UConn's gonna win probably by like 6 to 8 points.
Right, not by 30. I was like, damn. When I saw the score, I said, wait a minute. Hold on. Carry the 1. Oh, no. That was 30. It was.
Oh, my gosh, bro. So, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like you say, it's the last month of the season. And teams are trying to stake their claim to seed.
If nothing else, they're trying to position themselves for seeding in their own conference tournament because they don't want to be one of them bottom ones that got to play. a top dog. They want to try to get, you know what I mean, some of those easier wins to get some momentum going into it.
They putting it out there.
Oh,
putting it out there.
Yeah, no, UConn just sent out a notice, like, notice, attention, everybody. Who's the runner?
Beat your ass.
Yeah, who's the runner up? That's what it said. Who's who's the runner up? We just want to know who's like, because we're gonna take the championship. So, but like, what other four want to be there with us to watch us come down? Because I don't know, like they just play so damn hard too.
They play hard, man.
But it's not just that they play hard, but they play for their coach though. Like when you watch Coach Hurley when he coaches them boys, even when he gets on and when he says whatever, like they get out there and they respond, and there's nothing better than seeing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they take on his personality.
They do, and then they go out there and they just go go kill people. It's just
Meanwhile, I mean, hey, let's just keep it 100, man. Like, ain't all things ain't good with the Hurley family because Bobby went down to Tucson himself, and did
they get smacked too?
They got smacked by 45 at U of A.
He
I don't know what ASU basketball is like. One of the biggest weirdo, bizarro worlds I've ever seen.
I don't understand how you can't recruit to go to a place that's 75 degrees at least all year round.
Yes.
I don't understand. Like, that's crazy. Like, again, like it's always been like ASU's always had. Well, I mean, they've got the location, but it's like, you know, they always get like they'll get these coaches in there. Sometimes you're like, okay, that's going to be a good coach. And other times you're like, like when Hurley being there, Hurley was the East Coast guy. So I don't know if that has really I don't know. But
I don't know if it has anything to do with it. And by and large, like I feel like Bobby's a decent coach.
No, right.
It ain't work. I don't know.
I mean,
whatever it is.
Players. The problem is that his players do really good when they're there, but then they do really good when they're not. Remember Remy Martin? Remy Martin started out at ASU.
And went to Kansas.
And then right. And it was like, so he's got the eye for the talent. It's not that. And I get trying to put them, and it's like, you know, it's trying to put them piece together. And then where's ASU going next year? Are they Big 12 or are they Big 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Like, you might want to swap with Wazoo or something because Wazoo's playing basketball right now.
Wazoo's balling, man.
Shout out to Wazoo because they're 2 hours away from us, and you know, just like they've been playing some better. Like right now, they're projected as a 9 seed, bro. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like Wazoo, who like never really ever gets a chance. Everybody just always kind of writes him out, and especially everything that's been going on this year with the pack and all that stuff. Again, having another team, and especially one of them that's being left out. They're not even going to the Big 10. They're not even going Big 12.
They're going to be in the
West probably.
West Coast. No, I think for basketball they're going to be in the West Coast Conference.
I think the Mountain West is better than the West Coast Conference. Mountain West might get 9 teams in. Have you seen how they're playing right now?
Yeah, it's
Mexico, Nevada, Utah State, Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah, that conference is crazy. That's good. That's good basketball.
Bro, like
they have taken the place. They're the best West Coast Conference.
Right. Like, they're what the West Coast Conference used to be. Because
or the Pac-12 or the Pac-12.
Right, because at that time right there too, because when the West Coast Conference was really like when they were really tough, they had Gonzaga, they had St. Mary's, but then BYU was also in there as well. The two BYU
and Santa Clara and
right. So it's like Mountain West, like don't sleep. If you got to play Mountain West in the first or second round, don't just be like that's
good luck.
Sorry,
good luck.
You don't go to sleep.
No.
Don't go to sleep.
It's
be tough. So no, this is going to be fun here the next couple of weeks though. This is going to be too. But
I'm looking forward to it, man. But my God, like stop losing by 45 points, man.
That's crazy. Like especially if you want to keep your job, like that just doesn't look good. Like rivalry, you go down to and I get it, right? Like I don't think that ASU is on that level where U of A is at this year, and so U of A projected like they feel like they're a Final Four team, like they got pieces and stuff, but still, it's a rivalry game. And if nothing else, that shit's got to be personal, regardless of what the record is. You're like, what you're not going to do.
What you're not going to do is beat us by 45 points. Well,
no, you ain't
going to. Hell no.
do it, you like, damn, that just made it even worse. Like
it's so bad. I was like, oh my God. Like, I got a text from a homie, my buddy, and he was like, hey, she was trash. And I was like, well, I can't really argue with you.
On that, right? I can't even say nothing.
I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, shit is all bad. You know what I mean? Like, my goodness. So yeah, man. What else is going on? I mean, what? Tell me. I know you was hanging out with your pops and the kids all weekend, and
so we went out. Okay, so like we got out of town for the weekend. Me and Alex did, just so we can just kind of just like get away. Birthday weekend is kind of what it was there for. So
okay.
Yeah, 42 today. There. That's just like I feel.
Wait, you?
Oh yeah.
Wait. What's today's date?
The 19th.
That's right. You and Schwab got the same birthday. My bad, dog.
No, it ain't not. It's all good. No,
I was like, wait a minute. Happy birthday, you black ass. My guy. 1 year older. My bad, bro.
Oh yeah, so like I text Schwab and I told him my birthday because I always text him because me and him got the same birthday. It's crazy.
That's right.
And then it's crazy because I actually found out that one of the kids that I work out with over I do workouts on Wednesdays in Tri-Cities over at Comical High School. And one of the younger kids, his name is Catch. And he's got a birthday on the 19th there too. Like I never meet anybody else that got birthdays on like the 19th, so it was kind of cool. Shout out Catch. I know he's probably not listening, but if he is, happy birthday. So we got that. So we went away for a couple days, and then like we came back on Saturday. We came back Saturday. We were gonna go to see the WSU game, but then we came back. Just want to kind of come and see family and stuff or whatever. So just been kind of hanging out. So like really like this whole weekend there too. Let me tell you two things that's been going on. I don't know why, but we started this again. Dog, okay, so did you watch Game of Thrones when it was first out?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you? So like you watched it, you're like you feel what?
I was in.
He was in. Hey, go back and watch it again.
Why?
No, I'm telling. Hey, it's like.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
For me, I feel like that the story is just so much better because now that I know what's gonna happen, I really pay attention to all the character arcs and kind of see, like, you know what I'm saying, like how they went.
Right.
Before it was like we were watching it and you watched one episode and then you had to wait a whole Sunday to kind of come back there, right? Like everybody was on that. So now that it's all done, and I don't even know what it was. I was bored as hell one night, and I was like, "Man, let me just start watching something." So I did. So I started with season 6.
Okay.
I watched season 6, and then instead of letting it play 7 and 8, I went to season 5. And then so I'm kind of like watching them backwards for whatever reason, and like I'm picking up stuff that like I didn't pick up before. I'm like, wait a minute, this makes so much sense now, right? So anyway, so there's that. So that's what I've been back on that for whatever reason. Don't know why. And now I can't get off so many damn episodes that you got to watch now because you can't not watch it. It's just now I just don't know how I'm gonna finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like I did take a break the other day, and have you watched? Okay, you probably haven't watched it. Are you familiar with this movie called The Iron Claw?
Yes.
So it's the one that's got Zac Efron in it, and it's a wrestling movie, right? So you know me, I just like wrestling, like I grew up or whatever, and like I know that you know it there too. But this movie is on the Von Erich family. I don't know if anybody was out there that was real familiar with like the Von Erichs or whatever. This was prior to like when WCW had the big merger, WWF had the big merger, so you had a lot of the independent like wrestling there. You know,
right.
The NWA, you had the WCCW, had some of those ones there, right? So this was at the beginning of like your Harley Race and your Fabulous Freebirds and your Rick, like all those ones, right? So it was a really good movie, right? And I don't want to spoil. Well, like you can't spoil it because anybody that knows any history on like the Von Erichs knows that like their whole family is a tragedy.
The whole family.
Tragedy, like there was 6 of them. There were 6 brothers, and only one of them is still alive. And a lot of stuff is just through wrestling, through accidents here, suicide, whatever that was. Like, it's just so like it's sad. I thought it was a great movie. Like it's an emotional one. Like you're sitting there watching, like I'm like that shit crazy. But if you get a chance to watch it, like you gotta watch the movie.
It is good. It is good. Yeah.
Like movies like that don't get the praise that they should get because you can't tell me that there was 4 other movies that were better than that, like all of last year.
Right, but it's genre based, so like people
get nominated for an award, then these guys got to at least get some type of recognition. I'm sorry, I'm I'm not with the whole, but it's just like it was a really, really good movie. It's sad, like it had its moments where you're just like, damn, like you know what I mean.
It's
but
cold.
It also
it's cold.
too. We're here, okay, and like I'm gonna spoil it for people, but maybe not. If you're a wrestling fan, you're only gonna get spoiled because you don't know. And if I ruin it for you, then text me and I'm gonna apologize to you. So, do you remember the wrestler of the Texas Tornado?
Yes.
So Tornado had like a brief stint right there. Where he was, I think it was like 90 to like 92. But in 91, if I remember all this correctly, he wrestled against Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam and he won.
Yes, that's the one I remember. Yes.
So he wrestled. Okay. So you know that. So he was a Von Erich. So he was Kerry Von Erich. And Kerry's backstory was crazy because Kerry was going to go to the Olympics for track and field because he was an incredible discus thrower. Mm-hmm. And then that year, and then I'm trying to remember, but I think that the Olympics were in Russia that year, and then the United States boycotted the Olympics. I think that's what it was. I think it had to be, was that 80, 81? I think that's what it was. I'm not sure, but I think Jimmy Carter was the president. Anyways, they were kind of showing some stuff about that, but he didn't. But anyway, so they didn't get a chance to go, so he didn't get a chance to go Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So like, be a wrestler, this, right? So becomes a wrestler. Kerry Von Erich, just like all the rest of his brothers or whatever. Okay, now again, like, I don't want to ruin this for you, so I don't want to say anything, but it's like, maybe you should watch it first. I really feel like you should watch this part because you're going to have,
feelings.
No. I'm going to stop right here because you're going to have so much more appreciation after you see what happens for the guy that we knew as the Texas Tornado. Like, I'm going to stop it right there. You get a chance to watch it because you're gonna be like, holy shit, like that really happened. I'm like, yeah, like it, like again, you're gonna be like, but wait a minute, the timeline in this, I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't want to mess up. You're gonna be like, wait. So when he was wrestling at this time, I'll be like, yes, and then we can talk about that deeper. But go watch the movie because I don't want to ruin that part for you because that part just had me like, I shared it with my dad and he was like, wait, what? We start talking, and it was like, man, I got to go back and go watch the pay-per-view. You're just going to have so much more of an appreciation when you watch it.
Yeah.
What you didn't know prior to. That's all I'm going to
say. Okay.
Yeah, you got to go and check that one out there because that's, go and do that.
You know what I just started today?
What's that?
And I know you would get down with this because you like me. We like kung fu movies.
Ooh.
There's a show on Netflix. It's called The Warrior.
Oh, okay. That's like so this one is so that one I didn't finish it. I watched like the first 2 episodes, but does it go hard? You like it though?
Goes hard.
Okay. All right. Okay, we get on. Okay. All right.
Dude, it goes hard. Like
That's HBO Max original. I don't even know how it's got it.
And when I saw that was the thing that got me. Like when I started it, and it was actually Cinemax, and I was
Cinemax. You're like,
Cinemax goes hard with their action movies. Like,
oh no, absolutely, yeah,
dude. Like, did you ever watch Fight Back?
Fight Back.
I think it's called Fight Back. Strike. Excuse me, Strike Back.
Strike Back was hard. You talking about the boom? Oh yeah, hey, Strike Back was.
Strike Back was no
everything
joke.
For everybody in it.
Yes. And did you watch? Oh my God!
Did you watch Banshee?
Huh? Banshee. So one of the first scenes of The Warrior, you see one of the characters from Banshee, and I was like, oh yes, this is about to be.
Oh yeah, I'm already This is already gonna be good,
dude. So I got into I was cleaning the house and the wife was doing some work, and I put on a show just while I was mopping and stuff. We got a holiday today, so I'm doing my thing.
Is that how you mop? He's over there. No, I'm doing my thing.
That is not how I mop, but it did look. People out there, don't mock me. That was actually bad, bro. Hey, we all about entertainment here.
Oh, stupid.
That was bad. But anyway, I put that on and I saw him the first scene. I was like, okay,
wait a minute.
I know it's hard.
I know it's guy you're talking about.
It goes hard. Yes. So y'all need to watch that. The Warrior.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask because there's another one that just came out on Netflix. It's called The House of Ninja. Have you seen that one?
I have not. I wanted to watch it.
Yeah. So that's what I thought you were going to say. When you said Warrior, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot.
The Warrior. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to get because now you got it all. That's gonna be good.
Well, that's good, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good weekend. I'm glad you had a good weekend, man. Happy birthday to you, man.
Appreciate your family.
And yeah, bro, that's dope. Here we are. It's Monday on a holiday. It's President's Day, and shout out to all the presidents on the dollar bill, y'all.
Shout out to all the presidents on the dollar bill.
I was just trying to tie it together. I don't know.
I know what you was doing. It's like shout out to the president. It's fine. Cool. Shout out George Washington. Shout out Abe. Who on the 10? Who is on the 10? Is it Jackson or Hamilton?
Hamilton?
Who's on the 100? See, I don't even see this. See, look now I just sound dumb. Hold on, let me see. Where my
it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
See, I got a 10 right here. Hold up. I actually got a 10 in my pocket. What you I got a 10 in my pocket.
They got a 10.
I got a 10. That's why I got Hamilton. Hamilton's on the 10, and
Hamilton's on the 10.
That means that Jackson got to be on the 20 then. So who's on the 100?
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Is it Benjamin? No, really?
What is wrong with you, man?
Apparently a lot.
You know the song.
No, I know about the song. Yeah, when he
what
said,
the hell you think the song is about?
No, for some reason, right there for a second. And actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say what I thought because I'm not having nobody else roast me on this. I'm gonna wait till post. It's fine. It's gonna be I'm gonna wait till post because I'm not gonna say nothing. That's it. But yeah, no, Benjamin on it.
I swear to God.
I mean, listen.
People hate us so much. Right
on the 100. So listen. So now we at 1-1. Now we're tied. So now we're tied.
We just go. You know what? I'm gonna start the music. We out. We leaving. We cutting this out.
We out.
It's done.
Yeah.
Don't mind us. Go check your dollar bills, y'all. You know. We'll be back on Friday, y'all. Maybe with a little bit more historical context. And that's that.
Ooh.
We love y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the damn button.
Then share that thing. Share. Oh, here we go. Oh, share.
Do that. Do that. We out.
You guys have something that you guys can pop.